Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Friday, February 8th. I'm Barry Fair. Thank you for joining me here in the studio this afternoon. And this afternoon, I'd like to talk about how not to have an argument or how to start an argument and how arguments can hurt people. Well, arguments, as I said on Wednesday, are when we raise our voices and we suddenly get angry about little things because we're disagreeing about something. We argue because somebody wants to say something or do something and the person is just not letting up and not letting them finish the sentence that they've started. And that's how an argument can sometimes start. And where do arguments start? Well, the arguments can start anywhere, like in the kitchen, the living room, the family bedroom, the family station wagon, your workplace, and of course accommodation where sometimes you go to a place for people in wheelchairs, and even in a bus or on public transport. Now, I'd like to go over some tips with you, or should I say, I'd like to give you some tips on how not to start an argument. If you are going to approach someone or speak to someone, speak to him or her in an adult-like way and speak calmly to them if they have done something wrong or said something wrong. It is no good raising your voice and getting angry because it will not solve the situation. Or should I say, having an argument will not solve the problem. And you shouldn't have an argument with anybody in the first place. Now, if you're also going to speak to someone, think about how you are going to approach the person and think about what to say to them before speaking, because thinking comes before speaking. And if you don't think about what you're going to say to the person and then have a sudden outburst, then you won't feel good, and then the person whom you're with will also not feel very good at all. So the advice that I'd like to give to you this afternoon is please think about what you are going to say to somebody before you talk to them. Because speaking calmly in a nice manner and not getting angry and then having an argument about nothing, it doesn't work that way. And do you know arguments can hurt anyone's feelings? And it's the way that you or the person have handled the situation. And arguments can make people cry. So it is best not to have an argument. We know that it's hard not to argue, but sometimes arguing does not cut the cake. And do you know arguments can bring people to tears and make them walk out? Well, the way to avoid an argument with someone is to give them 10 minutes on their own, and if they still continue to argue when you come back 10 minutes later, then it is best to avoid the person until they have calmed down. And we wonder why we have arguments with people in the first place. What's the point of arguing? Well, no point actually, because arguing, as I said on the show on Wednesday, it will not solve the problem. The questions I asked at the beginning of the program, where do arguments start? Well, I'll just give you the answers for those of you that have just tuned in to the program about what I'm talking about, and that is arguments. Arguments start in the living room, the family car, the bedroom, the kitchen, or even at the family dinner table. And that is not the way, and that is not the place to have an argument. If you want to argue, do it somewhere private so that the rest of the family can't hear you or mum or dad or your grandmother or grandpa argue. And also, do you know that arguments ruin relationships? And that is the truth of the matter. Arguments really do work. And it depends what you have argued about. So, if you're having a full-on argument, please, it is not worth it. We know that it's hard not to argue, like I've said, but it is best to have the problem solved out in the open rather than having a bust-up. Now, what happens when an argument takes place? Well, we raise our voices, and we sometimes lose our tempers. And that's how it comes into arguments. We lose our tempers for no apparent reason. And again, losing our temper with someone for no apparent reason, well, that really can hurt the person that you are with, and then you will regret having the argument in the first place. So again, if someone is arguing with you for no apparent reason, walk away and give them 10 minutes to cool off. And if they haven't calmed down by that time, then just walk away. And you know, arguments wreck marriages. So if you're a married person and that person is arguing with you and not compromising about what you want, then just sit down and talk it over. And if you're in bed, talk about it in bed in private with the bedroom door shut, because you don't want anybody else in the family listening to your private argument. And I will write an email and send an attachment with this video at the conclusion. So please Do not have an argument for the sake of it. And that's where I'm going to leave it there. You have a lovely weekend, everybody, and I will talk to you sometime during tomorrow. Bye-bye.